Hawk sports fans, welcome back to the channel. I mean, guys, it's always a pleasure whenever we have somebody come back on here, especially whenever they're around the Zoom call days. Our boy, Dangerous Davey Grant, gave us a chance months ago after he got a terrific win in Abu Dhabi. He is now joining us back on Hawk Sports. He's got a big fight coming up this weekend on Vancouver. Davey, thank you so much for taking time, not only out of your fight camp to come on here, but it's the week of the fight, man. This is really exciting. I can't wait to watch you compete on Saturday. You're one of my boys. So thank you for joining us today, man. It's an honor to have you on.
No worries. Thanks, Max. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Appreciate that.
For sure, man. But Davey, you already know what first question I'm going to ask. You've been on here before. How are you and your family doing?
Yeah, fantastic. Everything's going great. Like everyone's settling into life in Vegas. So I couldn't be happier, literally.
Let's go, bro. And, I know with me and you were potentially going to live in Abu Dhabi, right? Yeah. And then you packed everything up and you moved your family to Vegas. So can you kind of walk me through, like, how's the family like in Vegas? How are you like in Vegas? Is this the perfect spot for you and your family, you think?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. It's like, look, I love it over in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and like, it's really nice. But Vegas is the place where if I want to excel in my career, I'm at Syndicate MMA fighting with with some of the best guys in the world. So for maximizing what I can get out of my career, this was the smart move.
Absolutely, man. And, you might be 39 years old, but my gosh, man, you just look younger and younger every time you step in the octagon, Davey. You really do, man. So it's a perfect time to move to Vegas, I think. Are they in Vegas? Do they like it in Vegas?
Oh, yeah. They're all loving it, everyone. Yeah, I mean, we come from a very, very small town, and there's not lots going on. And as much as I absolutely love the place, Vegas is one of the best cities in the world. So it's nice to live here and, like, obviously get training in the Syndicate with all the guys. I've got some really close friends over here who I class as my family, and then you got the use of the PI too. So it was a no-brainer, really.
That's awesome, man. Well, it sounds like it was a win-win for you and the family. You had to move to get to the PI, be able to train in Vegas. That's where the majority of the UFC athletes are, obviously, because that's where the headquarters is. But I'm glad the family's on board. That makes your life so much easier. So I'm so happy for you, man. Sounds like you made the right decision there, Davey.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely there.
But you just talked about it. What I'm going to ask you next, you felt like you needed to move to take your game to the next level. You were obviously just a part of Merab's training camp for his title fight against Corey. So I just wanted to ask you now, what did it mean to you to be a part of such a prestigious camp? Obviously Merab is one of the most well-respected champions in our sport right now, obviously so. So what did it mean to be a part of his camp, and what did it mean for you to partake in that camp while being in your camp for this upcoming weekend's fight?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's fantastic to go and help out Merab, and like, not just because he's the champ or anything, just because he's a good guy. He's like, I've got a lot of time for Merab. He's a solid team member, and he's a great friend. So it's a pleasure to go and help him, and obviously for my camp. I mean, you're getting rounds in with a champ, like, how can you not win there confident? If you can go a few rounds with Merab, you can go a few rounds with anybody. I'm telling you that. So it's fantastic for my confidence going in, and it just helps in all the preparations.
That's so sick, man. And I feel like that's such a good opportunity. This was happening at the right time. So I do want to ask now, though, how did that come together? Like, how were you able to be a part of Merab's camp? Is this just something that you guys DM'd, or he knew that you were living in Vegas now? How did this come about?
Well, we both train in Syndicate, so we're together every day on the mats.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome, man. That is so sick. Well, it sounds like a good collaboration. Merab already got his win, so we need you to get the win this weekend so the lads can go 2-0 on that. We got to have that there. But, Davey, I did mention a minute ago, you are 39 years old now. Still so much left in your career, man. I mean, we're not even sniffing retirement right now. Like, that's not even the word I should probably be using. So what would a win this weekend at UFC Vancouver mean for you and your career at this point? Because, I mean, we'd be on a 3-fight win streak whenever we get the win on Saturday. So what would it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, look, that'd be fantastic. I'm out there to win every fight I possibly can. But the fights they're starting to mean more because I'm starting to get closer to where I need to be. You know, I need to be knocking out guys in the top 10, top 15 of the division. So this is definitely going to get me one step closer to that.
I think so too. Do you think with the win this weekend, in a spectacular fashion over him, a guy that's fighting in his home country, do you think that you could potentially crack the top 15 with a big win this weekend?
Well, yeah, I think that's definitely what I'll be looking for next, 100%.
Absolutely. And I think if there's not a number by your name, you need to be fighting a guy that does have a number by his name.
Yeah, definitely.
The bare minimum for the next fight. Because you're a guy that has done a lot of favors for the UFC. You've stepped in there against anybody. You've given guys chance. So I think it'd be time for you to get your chance after this fight, after you get the win on Saturday. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. That's the plan, 100%.
Awesome, man. Love to hear that. But Davey, I have got to my rapid fire question portion of this interview. Yep. Guys, we usually have longer interviews than this, but it's fight week for Davey. He's my buddy, so I'm not going to hold too much of his time, guys. We're going to get him on here for a longer interview afterwards, though. But Davey's in wait right now, so we're going to be respectful of our friend's time. But Davey, we do got 5 rapid fire questions for you before we let you go. My first one is for you. What's your favorite strike to throw?
Well, it's got to be flying knee. Flying knee.
I knew you were going to pick that, but why is the flying knee your favorite thing to throw?
It's just like if you go get the knockout with that, it's 50 grand, isn't it? You know?
It's automatic. Like it's already going to your bank account as soon as it happens. That's not even a question. You don't have to wait for the other fight. Like it's already in the bank account before the next fighters even walk out, I feel like.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah. Well, that would be awesome this weekend. I hope you can land that flying knee. Hopefully he's not watching this interview. So we'll get a flying knee knockout, get those 50 G's, and we'll bounce back to Vegas. Yeah. That'd be definitely an ideal weekend for you, man. But my next one for you, Davey, are you a tea or are you a coffee guy?
Oh, coffee all day long. All day long.
Do you even like tea, or is it just like coffee so much more?
I like a lot of different herbal teas, and like coming from England, everyone just likes a cup of Tetley's tea, you know. I like any hot drink, to be honest, but I'm a stickler for coffee.
Do you have a specific kind of coffee you like more than others?
No, I like to just mix it up. You know, I like to keep it fresh and try different ones.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. I mean, I think it's good to mix it up. It makes you still like something whenever, if you keep it the same, it's going to get boring. After you got to switch it up a bit,
I like full of variety.
Yes, you got to have that. I feel like if you're going through Starbucks, you get the same thing every time. You're going to run yourself out, man. You're going to quit going there. You're going to go somewhere else. Spend money on something else, man. So I like that answer right there from you. But, Davey, my next one is, you've been around MMA for so long, man. You know so many people, made so many connections, been to countless countries. Who's the funniest fighter that you've ever met?
That's a tricky one. I'm going to go with Vince Morales. Like me and Vince, right? We have
really.
When we sit and watch the fights together, and honest, we just giggle constantly like two little schoolgirls. We like go on each other's wavelength. So I'm going to go with Vince Morales.
That's awesome, man. I'm sure if he sees this, he's going to be so happy because, I mean, like I say, like you're not a fresh guy. You've met so many dudes. You were just around Merab. Everybody thinks Merab's hilarious.
Merab's up there. So his social media is the best, Like he's doing it all right for sure.
Yeah, man. You've been around some good ones, so I had to ask you that question there. I knew you'd come up with a good one, but shout out to him for being your boy right there. I mean, that's a prestige. That's an awesome answer to hear that, especially with you knowing so many people and having those many connections.
He's such a good guy. We have such fun watching the fights.
That's sick, man. That's sick. Well, this weekend he's got to watch you fight. Unfortunately, you don't get to watch it with him, but you guys will get right back on track after next weekend, I'm sure. For sure. But, Davey, my next one is for you. If you're out at a club or a pub, a party, whatever you want to call it, from wherever you're from, what is your go-to karaoke song if you get handed the mic?
All right. I am absolutely terrible on karaoke. Right? like insanely bad. But if I was going to sing a song, it would probably be like maybe Wonderwall by Oasis, because it's pretty like monotone and you don't have to be the best singer to sort of pull it off.
I completely I agree, man. I'm such a shit singer, so I got to go with something where I'm not going to have to raise my voice. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like you. I keep something that's mellow.
Yeah,
That's your
definitely.
type of song.
I am terrible. Once my wife got me up, she put me down to sing one of the Greatest Showman songs when we were on holiday, and I honest, it was painful,
Huh.
absolutely painful. It was from now on off the Greatest Showman, the one at the end, and honest, I killed it absolutely. Oh, it was horrible.
Hey, the thing is, though, I feel like if you do get handed the mic, at a party or something like that, Davey, like it's just kind of about how you perform. Like even if you're a bad singer, if you're having fun and you're getting the crowd into it, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter if you're a bad singer.
definitely. It's a lot easier if you're drunk as well, but I don't drink, so
Yeah,
I just feel like it.
I will definitely attest to that. It makes it a lot easier, a lot less nerve wracking if you are
Yeah,
drinking, if you are able to do that. So that's definitely something right there where I'd probably have to have a drink or two. I mean, I have a mic. Otherwise, I'm passing it off to somebody else. You're not gonna catch me with one in my hand for sure. I'd rather do this though. I can talk all day.
yeah,
Not
that's
a
it.
not a singer at all for sure. But Davey, my last rapid fire question I got for you: would you rather have cardio forever, never run out of stamina or anything like that, or never cut weight again?
I'd rather have the cardio. Honest, I mean, like, cutting weight's all part of the process. I don't even know if I'd be comfortable fighting without cutting weight. Like it's the sacrifice, and it's like we do the sacrifice in order to get to fight, and I'll just look at it as all part and parcel. So it's look, it's not nice to do, but it's necessary, and it's yeah, it's all part of the game.
For sure. I think, if you have cardio, it would definitely make you hard to get beat for
Yeah,
sure. And
yeah.
it's kind of like you said, I love your answer right there too. Would you feel like it's kind of cheating the game if somebody didn't have to cut weight or something like that? Because it's such a big part of the whole process, right?
Yeah, it's just sort of just like it's just tradition, or like I'm just used to it, I just they come together for me. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's great to go and fight without cutting weight. I don't know. I feel like once that weight's lifted off my shoulders, I can really go and perform. I don't know. It's just like part of the package, I suppose.
Yeah, I love that, man. That actually shows like how true of a warrior you are. Like you want the whole package. Like you don't want to cut any corners like that. You know,
No, that's
that's the easy route. And it wouldn't mean as much if you get your hand raised and you're cutting corners or something like that. So I love
yeah.
that message right there from you, bro. That shows me that you're like extra locked in right now. Love to hear that. But I guess, Davey, I did get to the end of my rapid fire questions, but I just thought of now, you were with one of my good buddies, Jack Gold MMA,
Oh
he
yeah,
in Vegas. What was your interaction like with getting interviewed by Jack? I have to ask this because he's my buddy. What was it
yeah.
like meeting him in person and being able to talk to him?
It was fantastic. I love Jack. He's such a nice guy. Yeah, I got introduced to him by one of the guys, Kenny at Syndicate, and we got chatting, and he got me on for an interview. And yeah, such a nice guy, easy flowing conversation. It was a nice interview to take.
That's cool, man. I had to ask that. I didn't think about it until now. I was like, holy crap, he just interviewed Davey at 320, the fight week of that.
Yeah,
I had to ask that before we get off here. But Davey, I have gotten to my final question, man. You already know what I'm gonna ask. All the fans watching this, all my dangerous Davey Grant fans, what is your final message to them to watch you on Saturday night, get the W in Vancouver?
yeah. Look, thank you for the support as always. Yeah, tune in. I'm always going to try and put on an absolute banger of a fight. That's what I do, and hopefully go and get the knockout straight back at it. But thank you for the support.
Absolutely. Dangerous Davey Grant, everybody. You guys will be seeing him back on the channel after he gets the W on Saturday night. Once again, Davey, thank you so much for your time tonight, brother. And we can't wait to watch you compete on Saturday.
Excellent. Thanks, Max. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys follow Davey. Tune in on Saturday night. Watch him get the W. We'll see you guys next time on Hawk Sports. Appreciate you tuning in.